What's up, guys? So today I'm gonna be working on the back suspension here. So I've already done this side, and what I did pretty much is I just swapped over all of the like the whole assembly arms. I took everything out from the trailing arm all the way up to the control arms, the lower control arms. I swapped everything over because on this car they were really rusty and really bad. On the white car, they're in pretty good shape. So I swapped everything over, and I'm gonna be doing. I've already done this side, obviously, but I'm gonna do the other side. And get this side done. Yeah. So yeah. All of this is pretty rusted and pretty bad, so I'm gonna end up swapping all this stuff over. Swap all this stuff over from that side. So I got this side all jacked up. It's on a jack stand now, and yeah, it's pretty rusty. It's pretty bad. And then that exhaust pipe too has got to go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hammer the hell out of this to get it off because it's pretty seized on there. Then I'm gonna undo these two bolts up here for the upper control arm. There's two bolts underneath that hold this trailing arm here. Then once I get this cover off, this drum brake off, then I gotta pull this brake wire. I gotta pull the brake wire through, and then undo the lower control arms, and then that should be it. And then just undo the two bolts for the shock. Yeah, and that should come out. All right. So I got the drum off. It's a little bit harder than I thought. I had to use a slide hammer to get it off. It was really on there. So next, I'm gonna take apart all the brake assembly here to kind of get to the brake wire here. It kind of slides into there, and then I'll start to take everything else apart. So with all the brakes off, now I got to get this cable out of there. Here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a 12 millimeter and use that open end to kind of wrap it around it like so, and pull this cable out at the same time, and that should pull it through. So once you've got that 12 millimeter around there, all the way around, then you can just pull that cable all the way through. And now just gotta take the rest of the bolts off, and everything should come out. Alright, so I got those two off. I got this one off. Got this one off down here. Just kind of holds the emergency brake line. And I took the brake line, what is this called? Fluid? Like that. Another brake line, I guess. I took that off. Next, there's gonna be two bolts under here for the trailing arm. That one there, and that one there. Take those off, then the trailing arm comes off, and then all that's left is the two that hold the shock into place. Now you have to get that from the inside. Alright, so I got those two bolts off. Now we gotta go in here. Gotta pry all this stuff off. Get back here. two, that one, and it's in there. I know it is. And that one right there. Yep, that one and that one. We'll get those out, and then this whole arm thing will come out. Alright, well, there it is. It's out now. Now I'm just going to take these control arms off. Here and here. Pull these off as well because they're pretty shitty and rusty and gross. On the driver's side, this one here is a bitch to get out. I just kind of like twisted and turned it until it finally came loose, but there's like a wall here on the other side. Makes it kind of hard to get it out. But so kind of ran into a problem with this one. But it looks like that bushing is like seized on there or corroded on there, so it's like turning the bushing, and that control arm is shit. I cut this side, but I need to go pick up a sawzall so I can cut this one out and get it out of here. So gotta run to the store. All right, so I got it all off. Got everything out of here. Lower control arms, upper control arms, everything. I had to go pick up this sawzall because the smaller one didn't want to come off, so I had to chop it off. So that's everything I cut off of it. Got it out. Everything was super rusty. Now it's empty. So now I gotta work on the other side to get all of that stuff off and put it on over here. Cool. Took me fucking forever. So this is on the old car. This looks a lot better. It's not rusty. It spins pretty freely. Hopefully I won't have to cut anything off of this one. But it looks a lot better. So this side was a lot easier and everything came out as it should have. So one thing that I did notice on the trailing arm, it's got a pretty bad bend on the end there. It should be straight. Like this one's all rusty, but it's straight.
Watch. It does take.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Go ahead. Nope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this trailing arm onto this assembly. There's a better look at the trailing arm. But right here, there's a bend and it turns to the left instead of being straight. Oh, this one is supposed to be. Yeah, this one's a little bit rustier, but I'd rather have it straight than a bend on there pretty bad. So I'm going to use this one on the good stuff. Yeah, that's the one. Alright. I finally got it all put back together. So everything is tight. E-brake works. It's a little stiff, but yeah, I can throw the tire back on. But I think before I put the tire back on, I'm gonna take this exhaust off because it's obviously not the one I'm gonna be using. These things are all shit and rusted. Yeah. So I'm gonna hurry up and take that off real quick while I have the car on jack stands. Alright, so I got the exhaust out. Yeah, I don't think this exhaust is really any good anymore. So pretty rusty. Holes everywhere.
This is heavy.
But yeah, there it is. Now I gotta get the exhaust off of that one so I can put it back into that one. I am pooped. I'm tired. Alright, so there's the old one. And there's the one that's going back in. Oh, here. There you go. That's the one that's going back in. Still has a hole in it from where the hangers were, but it's a lot better than that one. This one's all rusted and has a bunch of holes everywhere. Alright, so I got the exhaust all back in from the front. All the hangers are on, all the way to the back. Now it does hang a little low. The hanger on the back, on the very end there, kind of broke off a while ago. So I'll kind of gotta either weld another hanger back onto it or figure something else out. But yeah, that exhaust is all on. And there she is with the tire back on. So the back end here is pretty much done. The suspension, the exhaust, all done. I'm pretty sure all I got left is just the front end now. Gotta put the front suspension back in, brakes back in. The engine bay, everything I took off the paint is already back on. And just gotta get the motor ready to get it put back in there. Yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.